Then first alert weather days for our first big freeze. Wait until you see some of these updated temperatures for early next week.
Plus, a look at the harsh reality of Jamaica's recovery from Hurricane Melissa, how the country is slowly moving forward after being hit by that Category 5 hurricane. Plus, what we know about the fireball caught streaking across the Alabama sky and why you may see more sights just like this one over the next week.
Live on your side. First Alert Weather Extra starts right now.
All right, Tania, we've seen fireballs, we've seen ladybugs and all kinds of critters out. You know, it's just the weather's so nice, right? All the living creatures want to come out, right?
All of them, literally. My sister showed me a video this morning. She found a lizard. It got on her suitcase, and I guess she carried it inside.
Oh, wow.
The house. Yeah. So, yeah, the critters are out.
They hitch a ride. Yeah, that's the thing. I'll walk into the studio here, and we have these little kudzu bugs sometimes that follow us in here on Red Mountain. All right, so let's kick it off here. Got to show you this. Some exciting news for Tuscaloosa. We have a brand new Sky Vision camera, and this is at Regency Retirement, right there off of Old Montgomery Highway. This is looking in the direction, and I'll always know this as the area where the old Kmart was located, right there off of Skyland, but we're looking back in the west direction, so you're looking back towards the direction of the Lowe's and the outback there in Tuscaloosa, but that's a great view because we often see a lot of those storms move in from that direction. But you can find this on the First Alert Weather app, also our Sky Vision network on our website at WBRC.com. As our powerful camera network across the state continues to grow, we're going to be watching the skies and watching those temperatures coming up. We have First Alert weather days into early next week, early Monday, Tuesday morning. We're going to be right at freezing Monday, about a 3 to 6 hour window, but about a 10 to 12 hour window at or below freezing for every location below freezing by Tuesday morning. So it's the first big one of the season. So I want to run you through a couple of models here. These are two models that you only get from us. We're showing you the Barron and the IBM model. These are forecast radar products, and we'll go with the first one here through tonight. And you can see that we're dry through tonight, but we get into tomorrow afternoon, we could start to see a few scattered showers and possibly a storm develop. Notice it is not a washout, but it's very scattered development. So this is what we're talking about for tomorrow and tomorrow evening. And as we've been noting, the coverage of rain just very hit or miss. Now we look at the global atmospheric forecast system. This is the IBM model, and just as a comparison, another forecast radar simulation, it doesn't show a lot. I mean, a few showers there by midday into the afternoon, and again you can see to the south maybe some development, but the overall trend with all the guidance I've looked at, models are really favoring areas to the south and then an area to the north here for the better chance of one of those passing storms perhaps later tomorrow and tomorrow evening. Otherwise, it's very hit or miss, and a lot of us will miss out during the day on wet weather, but still late tomorrow night we could see a little bit of rain. Again, there's 6:30 Saturday morning, and during the day Saturday, some clouds, some sun mixed in, and a chance we might see a couple of isolated showers. There's 3 o'clock Saturday afternoon roughly, and this one model shows maybe squeezing out close to 80 degrees in some spots. Depends on how much sunshine we get there on Saturday. But notice Saturday night, the main cold front moves in, and I still see the possibility of a good chance of a shower or maybe even some storms late Sunday or Saturday night and into early Sunday morning. So don't be surprised. I'm giving you that first alert. You might hear some overnight rumbles. I mean, we're going from upper 70s to freezing by Monday morning. This is going to be quite the change for our area. You can see early Sunday some gusty winds possible as that moves through Anniston to Clanton. So just remember, again, late Saturday night and Sunday morning, and if you are heading over for the Alabama game, just know that there might be a little bit of wet weather depending on when that game wraps up. There might be some wet weather coming back just before that game comes to an end. But again, just looking at the forecast data, I want to go over to the model guidance here as we look at the temperatures for next week. Well, first off, I want to show you the severe weather outlook. This is from the Storm Prediction Center, and you can see they do have the marginal severe risk, and the entire state's basically covered up tomorrow and Saturday. Basically any storm that does pop up. Gusty winds is my biggest concern with some of those storms. You can never rule out brief rotation this time of the year. There's some wind energy and instability, but we'll certainly be keeping a close eye on it. Just stay weather alert in case there's a lightning alert tomorrow, also into the day on Saturday. But marginal risk, and again, we'll take a look at some of that model data with those temperatures again coming up. But just to show you showers, storms, Again, 9 p.m. Saturday to 9 a.m. Sunday. So that's the general time frame during the weekend after 9 o'clock Saturday, starting to the west and ending to the east around 9 a.m. on Sunday, and freezing Monday and Tuesday morning. So we'll be talking more about the temperatures. I'll have that for you for Monday and Tuesday after the break. Morning lows near freezing early on Monday, around 32 degrees, 34 Tuscaloosa, but I think Tuesday morning every location well down into the 20s. Tania, we'll be talking more about this, also taking a closer look at those rain chances again for the weekend.
We certainly will, Wes. The recovery, though, in Jamaica from Hurricane Melissa is ongoing, and it's taking a long time. Relief from multiple countries is making its way to the island, but life goes on. Dad Culver spoke with several people who are struggling to confront the massive job of living day to day and the unimaginable work ahead to restore some sense of normalcy when most homes are damaged or destroyed and critical infrastructure is gone.
Because that's the only way we can get water. We all damaged here in Jamaica, real bad.
Across much of western Jamaica, the storm has passed, but you feel it everywhere. Survival mode has kicked in.
In here in Belmont, we are very distraught and we really need some help because you have persons who are very homeless and we don't really have any food supplies.
This is where you live here?
Now they're coming to terms with what's left, and for many here, it's not much.
This was your bed?
Yeah. I'm in my bed. Look at your bed mashed up.
It's all mashed up. You're right. You're right.
Everyone here, this is one of our neighbor house also. Her house destroyed also. Everybody house in this community is very destroyed. We don't see nobody. And at that I keep on wondering, we have suffered here and nobody comes to assist. You know how we even get some things like these? Is persons who are going around in vehicle and giving out a little portion of tokens.
As one resident pointed out, even if a house is still standing because of concrete, most likely the windows were shattered and water got in, sand got in, furniture, clothes, all their belongings destroyed. I mean, it just continues. It's endless. I mean, you look up there and it just goes all the way up.
As we're heading out, a man points to a nearby house.
He just told us that there's somebody in this house up here still, that his body hasn't been recovered yet.
Yes, my body there for true.
Did you know this gentleman?
His mom's supposed to be here. His mom live at White House.
But nobody has come to collect his body.
No, not yet. Not everybody know that he died.
Just lying lifeless in there. I mean, it's absolutely horrible. He's by himself.
And nobody's not sure when he died. They're not sure when he died.
They're not sure when he died. I mean, seeing that is obviously very, very difficult. And it's worth pointing out, I mean, the neighbors there, it's not neglect on their part. They simply don't have cell service or any sort of connectivity to be able to report that. And they say that they were trying to tell passersby, but nobody came in to actually inspect. So for them, we were the only ones who they could tell. And we ultimately, once we had connectivity here, our colleague Omar here made the call to report that that body was in fact still in the house.
Night brings relief from the day's heat and humidity.
You get around with the flashlight on your phone, huh?
Yeah, man. So this is.
But there's no water.
This is the only water we have here. You see.
And no power.
We have no roof there. You know, partially just this alone. So the rain actually coming now, so you feel it inside.
Feel the rain, yeah.
You know, so there will be more damages. You know, as the rain comes by. So we just keep deteriorating until we can get something.
How do you live in this?
Boy, it's really rough. It's very hard. It's hard to cope. We just have to try to keep the kids mentally stable and try to tough it out, you know. So, you know, we are just grateful here right now to know that we are alive.
Mornings bring no rest, just long lines. People here waiting for hours for gas.
You've been out here for this morning? Which time? Let me, gosh, 7 hours.
And if water's not running in your home, you go to the source.
And chop.
Nearby, along the riverbed, dozens gather.
They're saying that nobody has come to help at all.
I guess it doesn't really hit as yet, because after 2 weeks, when it's all settled down, and we're all like, wow,
Start hungry and then
the hunger kick in,
so we need help.
worse than water. So we need a lot of help.
You have to understand that even up to this point in time, we don't even know what our death toll is.
Do you think you're going to find more bodies?
Yeah, man. I would think so. I hope not, but I would think so. Yeah, man. The reality is there. The reality is there.
At the hospital in Black River.
No power.
No power, no water.
No water, but,
No.
but the emergency room is still operating.
Yeah.
Dr. Sharif Imodu walks us through what's left.
I mean, this is your hospital.
Yes.
And
yes.
when you look out now, I mean, I know you're focused on patients day to day as well,
yeah.
but like, have you been able to process this moment?
No. The one thing I can tell is that I'm very heartbroken, extremely heartbroken when I see this. I can tell it's very difficult for me to even to come through the gates in the mornings and leave in the evenings. My house is close, fairly close to here, and my house was destroyed. The roof was gone.
And still his staff shows up.
Every single person that you see, people,
Even though, like him, many have lost their own homes.
there are no words to describe it. I said to you, apocalyptic. That's the only thing I can use.
No, everything is gone. Everything in the house is gone. I need help towards my kids, my house, and everything.
Chanel Tomlin's baby, Jamar, just a year old, fell after the storm.
Yeah, they're going to look up this stitch, but they give me a prescription to fill.
But where do you fill a prescription around here?
I don't even know.
It's tough to find the words to describe the level of devastation, destruction, and loss that we're seeing here. And perhaps it's best to just look at the visuals, which yes are overwhelming, but really tell the story of several communities, not just towns like this one, Black River, where we are, but we go mile after mile after mile along the southwest coast of this country, and you see communities that are simply wiped away. You see people also trying to continue on with some sense of normality. And for them, that might be trying to continue on with business.
Scaling some red snapper to feed the nation. So we gotta get them scaled and get them fried, and we can make a little money.
It's the sound of defiance, of life pushing back.
We are resilient people. Already there is almost an empathetic solidarity across the island and across the world to get things here. We're not going to make our people starve, and anyone that comes here and visits us are not going to starve.
Officials are here, trying, but it's a lot. And when you're desperate, help can't come soon enough.
Well, we are Jamaicans. We are the strongest people in the world.
This is ground zero. This is terrible.
Aid from abroad here too, setting up for the long haul. But first, it's Jamaicans helping Jamaicans.
Well, Typhoon Kalmagi made landfall in central Vietnam earlier today. It is one of the strongest typhoons on record to hit Vietnam. It's the equivalent to a Category 3 hurricane with maximum sustained winds of around 125 miles per hour. Before hitting Vietnam, the typhoon left a trail of destruction in the Philippines. So far, 114 people have been killed. The area the typhoon hit in Vietnam was already dealing with heavy rain and flooding before the storm. Hey Wes, check this out. A camera in Huntsville caught a meteor streaking next to the full moon earlier this week. You can see it on the upper right-hand part of the screen. Take a look. This video is from Lisa Bradford. How cool. Right now, the southern Taurid meteor shower is happening. That's where this meteor was from. We're in the peak of that shower right now, and next week we'll actually see the peak of the northern Taurid's meteor shower.
Yeah, you always start to see those reports there when it comes to meteor showers. You'll see photos or videos like that captured on Ring doorbell cameras, and we just came from the Orionid meteor shower that we had. But it's a great time of year. The sky's crystal clear when it comes to sky watching. A lot of you already sending me some photos of that bright moon again tonight, which has put on quite the show. It's a live look from Oak Grove and Talladega County. A little meteorology happening right before our eyes here. This is looking back to the south towards the Marble Quarry, and because the ground's so dry and that temperature is dropping off quickly, we have a little bit of an inversion. You can see how it's kind of keeping some of that dust there trapped in the lower layers, but that's what we're seeing, almost kind of like the pancake effect. But it's 56 degrees right now. It's another beautiful evening, and temperatures tonight will be dropping into the 50s, but not like this. We have first alert weather days Monday morning and Tuesday morning. It's the first big freeze threat of the season. What are we talking about here? Right at freezing Monday morning, about 3 to 6 hours, but Tuesday morning, every location drops below freezing, and a good chance we're going to drop well down into the mid-20s there by early Tuesday morning. This won't last all week. As you know, around here, it's back and forth with the weather, but this is certainly the kind of cold that's going to start bringing into the growing season, so make sure plants protected. You got a warm, cozy shelter for all the pets out there. Monday morning temperatures, we're looking at right at freezing, around 34 at Marion, 32 at Centerville. The thing about Monday morning is there's still a breeze, so wind chill values will be in the 20s. It's certainly going to feel a lot colder than what you see on this map early Monday morning. And then Tuesday morning down into the mid-20s, and temperatures as low as you can see around perhaps 20 degrees at Coleman, 21 around Aniana. So really cold stuff. Certainly the coldest temperatures we have seen in months around here since last winter, and this is the first big blast of colder air. But the afternoon will improve, and it will be a sunny day coming up on Tuesday. So we will thaw out there later in the day. So looking at the forecast here, tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday, you can see we do have a chance for scattered showers and thunderstorms. Again, just walking through some of that forecast data. Let's switch data sources here. Go over to one of our other systems. This is the IBM model, and tomorrow we start out. There's 5 a.m. clouds building in. 9 o'clock. There's 3 in the afternoon. Not seeing a lot of rain, but at this time, there's other data that suggests maybe a couple of showers and scattered storms to the north and south. So we kept a 40% chance in there. This shows it, but a little bit later. You see there to the south and north. But again, it's not every location is going to see rain, as we've been saying throughout the week. It's very hit or miss. And then there's Saturday morning, maybe a couple leftover showers. But really, the moisture in the muggy air doesn't start to really work in here until later tomorrow. And then we get to the day on Saturday, and most of the day looks dry, and we do warm up nicely Saturday. Could be close to 80 degrees, but here it comes late Saturday night into Sunday, that main cold front. Good chance for rain and perhaps a few strong storms with some gusty winds in the early Sunday morning. But this moves on through, and again, that's going to leave us with drier conditions by Monday, much colder during the morning hours. Next week, though, as we look ahead, I mentioned, the mornings will be cold, but by the end of the week, those afternoon highs returning into the 70s. But this is that time of the year, Tania. Even though the afternoons will improve, we know it won't be long before we see another big drop in temperatures. It's going to go back and forth from here.
Oh, yeah, you're exactly right, Wes, and I'm following that. It looks like sometime between the 16th through the 18th, another surge of colder air is going to move into our area. Maybe not as cold as this one coming up early next week, but we're definitely keeping our eyes on it. I want to show you what that kind of looks like. We're taking you beyond that 10-day forecast, and here it comes, that surge of cold air. The 16th of your month of November, possibly impacting our area around the 17th and even 18th, with highs by the 18th maybe topping out in the 60s. 60s, if that. But again, we'll keep our eyes on it. Now, this front could be bringing us some wet weather as well, so that's another thing we're following. Some showers moving across our area, but look further north of us. There could be some snowfall north of the state of Alabama, impacting the Smokies, so we'll keep our eyes on that as well. So maybe if you have a trip planned to the mountains sometime soon, the snow will be out there for you to enjoy at the peak of those mountains. But here at home, no snow just yet, just some really cold conditions as we look beyond that 10-day forecast. All right, we want to show you some viewer pictures. Right now, we've got some. Oh, we're showing them after the break. My bad. Stay with us. Don't go anywhere. You're watching First Alert Weather Extra. We'll be right back.
Explore the wonders of weather with Weather in the Classroom. Scan the QR code now to help your kids soar to new heights with Soar with 6.
All right, Tania, looking ahead tomorrow, not a washout, but the models have actually trended a little bit drier. Need to watch Saturday night and a Sunday morning. You and I talked about this earlier in the week. That's actually when the main front moves in.
Yeah, literally, and we can see even a stronger storm in the forecast, maybe some gusty and damaging winds, so we'll keep our eyes on it.
Yeah, look, check in for updates. It's that time of the year, the forecast. It evolves, it changes, and we're fine-tuning the weekend, but we still see a big drop in temperatures early next week.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be our biggest story. We've got freezing conditions on the way, but we do want to show you these pictures before we send you on.
Yeah, I had a great visit today. The Green Wave in Leeds, Tania. They were very excited there for our weather visit today. And
I could tell.
The fifth graders, hey, the fifth graders don't mess around now. And listen, we talked about our weather safety.
6-7.
And we actually did some weather songs too. They did good with the Thunder Roars Go Indoors song. They sang along. And look, I looked out there, the teachers were singing along too, so the teachers did a great job as well. We had lots of fun, and look, if you want Tania, myself, Mickey, Megan, JP, anybody from the First Alert Weather team to come visit your school. Just go to Weather in the Classroom. You can sign up right there, teachers, but we're signing up those visits. Get signed up. We'll come out and visit. But man, what a group there today. And actually, Tania, let me see, I think I've got a large card around here somewhere that they presented. Yes, yeah, they did give us a nice card. Anyway, lovely view this evening. We'll see you tonight.